Hey people, Americans out there. I don't know about other countries, other lands on this earth, you know how they operate, but here in the United States of America, stop having last will and testaments made. Don't even make your own. Stop doing that. Now, let me explain to you why. Actually, I believe probate, last will and testament, court procedures, I believe they are unconstitutional, and I even see it as a, let me hold myself here before I say this, I even see it as Nazi. I see it as communism, to where there's favoritism and partialism going on here. Not between the parties, but amongst businesses and the IRS and other entities. Okay, because if you have a last will and testament and you become deceased, you die. Boy, isn't that an awful word, die? Although I know a lot of people that are the same as dead while they're living because they won't get their head out of their bazooka. But this is just something I started thinking about since my mother passed away. It's almost 3 months ago now. It is so pathetically damned ridiculous. And lawyers have to follow the procedures of the probate civil court. You know, they also have to follow how that works, you know. And a last will and testament, see, once it goes to probate court, here's how it works. Now, this is pertaining to bank accounts like annuities, or most people, there's going to be checking accounts and savings accounts. Okay. Now, let's say I died, I have two kids, and I have about $80,000 in a savings account. And I divide it 50% to be divided amongst my two children, to where they'd get 40,000 in each. Okay, here's where I think it's totally unconstitutional of the probate court system, and it's even like a Nazi act of communism. Because what they do, they form a probate account, the monies are in the probate account, and then they check to see if the dead person owed the IRS or any doctors or had any money judgments or owed any businesses money. Now wait a damn minute here. See, think about this a minute, people. Think about this a minute. If I died and I have $80,000 in a savings account, why shouldn't my kids get that entire amount between both of them? Why shouldn't they? What gives the court the right to say, well, first, before we can give the beneficiaries their money, we must pay anything elite business owners and the IRS wants first? That's an act of partialism. And do you know that is totally against the Constitution of the United States of America, people? See, so what needs to be done, the probate, last will and testament procedure, it needs to be rewritten. It needs to be rewritten. Because, okay, let's simplify this for a minute. Okay, let's say that someone comes to me and I'm like the intermediate party, mediator. No, not mediator. Hell, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words now because, see, when I make videos, I don't sit and read script or whatever, or I could sound like anybody if I did that, you know. But if they come to me Okay, and they say, here's my last will and testament. Let's say I had authority to give to others anything, monies out of bank accounts. Okay, it would be like this. If I had that authority with that death certificate, and I was authorized to go to that bank to withdraw all those funds or have cashier's checks made out for Sue, little Sue, for 40,000 and Billy for 40,000. Okay, it doesn't make, if that money's in there when I go to retrieve it to give to these two beneficiaries, what damn difference does it make if the IRS is owed money or some former money judgment is active or some business debt out there? What damn difference does it make? You know? I mean, because the person died, man. They're dead. They're deceased. You know? And what right would I have to say, but wait a minute, before I give you two people your money, well, let me make a few phone calls. Let me call the IRS. Let me call Chase Bank and Bank of America and Wells Fargo and see if you owe on credit cards. Let me see if there's any money judgments on you. Let me check with the district clerk. What kind of shit is that, man? That's communism, because it's like, we're going to take care of the elite first, then you suckers can get what money's left over. That's bullshit. That's bullshit, people. That is wrong. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're stupid. You don't even know your own constitutional rights. Let me tell you a way around every bit of that bogus bullshit. And if you don't like my language, you're stupid. Because, you know, it gets my point across, okay? First off, on bank accounts, have a POD letter of administration. At any bank you use, you can get a letter of administration from them. You fill that out and you sign it, and they may notarize it. I'm not sure about that. And have a POD account. What a POD account is on a checking account or savings account is pay on death. Pay on death. Meaning, if someone dies and there's a POD, pay on death, letter of administrations on that checking account and savings account, all you need is a death certificate to get that money out of that bank. It's yours. You transfer it into your account, or you walk out the door with cash or whatever, you know. It's that simple. Now, if there's more of one people, it's listed not in money amounts, but percentages. See, like if I had 80,000, it would be 50% for the beneficiary Susan in my last name or some other person, and my son Billy with my last name. Those aren't their actual names, but you know, I'm just using it, you know, to reference my point. Well, you know, they can just go to the bank and get that money. There's no need for a lawyer. There's no need for this Nazi court of law, which is the way I look at it. When it comes to probate, last will and testament, I don't get it. I don't blame the judges because they have to do, you know, what the legal law is, you know, whether it be civil or criminal, you know. With the exception of some instances. But, you know, I just wanted to cover that. Then on real estate, let me tell you how you handle that. No last will and testaments. That's bullshit. Look, on properties, real property, real estate, land, houses, whatever. Okay, even a car here and there. Okay, you still you make out a power of attorney, and then it would have power of attorney, and then under that warranty deed. Okay, and it would list a party or parties. In the event of my death, they have the right to sell, convey, or possess said property. If there's more than one person, like Billy and Sue here, it would be each has an equal undivided interest of said property. That's how you do that. And then see, I would make this out. It'd just be a one-page form. This power of attorney warranty deed. Okay, all I would have to do is keep the original. Okay, have certified copies made of the original, and then give Billy and Sue. And I'd say never, ever, ever lose that. Guard it with your life. Open a safety deposit box and put it real careful in a plastic bag, you know, and save that. Because in the event of my death, all they have to do is go to your administration's building for whatever county you live in, or the civil courthouse. Have those, all you have to do is have those recorded, and then have the death certificate recorded with that. And as soon as the administrations or civil court property records mails your instrument, the certified copy, back to you after it's approved, you can do anything you want without lawyers or court people. It's very simple. It sounds complicated, but it's easy, easy, easy. Because before my dad passed away, that's how he had it set up. And when he died, I was able to go to the bank with his death certificate, and they're like, oh, okay, and I said, transfer it into this account. And then his house was mine. I just went and had the warranty deed, power of attorney, warranty deed. I just had it recorded here in Harris County, where I live in Houston, Texas. And the house was mine. I sold it 2 years later. It's that easy, people. It's that simple. You know, and this other thing, I don't understand it. Why? What gives civil court of law in the matter of probate for a last will and testament to check first with the businesses and the IRS and give those mad dogs what they want when the money's just sitting in these in some bank accounts? I don't understand that, and I know for a fact that it's unconstitutional. It's just not right, man. It's like favoritism for the rich or the businesses, but you, the child of the deceased, oh, you don't have any rights, see? You don't have any rights. You see? Okay. That about wraps this up. I hope you people understand. If you don't, replay my video. I explain well what a POD, pay on death, is, and that you have to get a letter of admissions from your bank. And don't let banks lie to you. Say, oh, I want to add a pay on death POD to my account. They'll say, okay, we'll take care of that. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. You have to say, I need the letter of admissions, and I need to fill it out to be sure that upon my death, my beneficiaries, all they need is my death certificate to have any of my monies transferred to their accounts or any form of monies that they want to break it into, cash or cashier checks, whatever. Okay? You have to do that. But I make videos like this to help me, and YouTube, I wish you would let people view this because it would help people. It would help people, and it could even help you. You know, because all of us lose family members, you know, and my mother passed away. The man she called her loving companion, he was actually, she made him executor of her will, which I can't understand. But he went and hired a lawyer. Well, okay, that is glued like that, you know, because the lawyer has to comply with the probate civil court, you know. You know, he is bound, so I can understand that. But do you see how stupid this is? Well, my mother could have just had PODs on both those accounts, you know. That's all that was necessary. In like a 2014 Dodge Journey, she left for this man that lived with her. Well, again, all she needed to do was, make out a power of attorney form in the event of my death with proof of death certificate, certified death certificate. I transfer ownership of this vehicle to this person's head. It's simple. It's simple. You know, people need to learn what power of attorney forms are. Most people don't know. But be careful how you use a power of attorney's form. A person can literally eat you alive and take your soul, man. If you ever have one notarized and the wrong person has hold of one, oh man, they can eat you alive. Be careful how you use the power of attorney. But I gave you people the answers. Get your heads out of your bazookas. Quit being stupid. When somebody dies, no court has the right to contact the IRS or have the lawyer make the lawyer contact the IRS or any money judgment holders or credit cards they might. They do not have that right. It's unconstitutional. Okay? And that's the way that is. You know, things get that way because you people don't fight for your rights. You know, y'all should watch videos made by Peggy Hall, the Healthy American. That woman fights for our rights, people. You know, you need to start recognizing what your rights are and quit just doing what other people do, you know, to keep doing the redundant same cycle of idiocy, ignorance. Quit doing that. But anyway, later, folks, later. And Jesus Christ is your only friend and is your Savior. That's who your friend is our Savior, Jesus Christ. Get to know Him. Say His name out loud. You will feel different immediately. That's the only way, people. But anyway, later.